Okay, so yes, so Boris does, and I mean he's just told us that he was out till, did he say he was partying till 6 in the morning or something last night, and it was 5 in the morning the night before, something like that, can't quite remember, but yeah, he's been living it large recently. So, welcome back to Merry Friends. We've got Anubiz and Ace and myself. Boris has called it a night after several nights of hard living. He's just admitted to us that he's been playing out late every night this week, and he's desperate to have a slightly earlier night. And it'd be what time for Boris tonight?
Oh, it is.
Something
Let's do the
like
cheaty thing.
1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or something.
Oh, it's actually only 11:30 for Boris right now.
Oh, right. Okay, so yes, so Boris does, and I mean he's just told us that he was out till, did he say he was partying till 6 in the morning or something last night, and it was 5 in the morning the night before, something like that, can't quite remember, but yeah, he's been living it large recently. Merry isn't with us because he's on holiday.
That's right. He's in the States, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, I think he's in Vegas right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so another one of us living it large at the moment. So just the three of us for this episode, and then the next episode we should have the three of us plus Boris.
Yes.
We'll have Boris back next time.
Because I'll need more aesthetical help.
Yeah. I can actually bring the ships back in now that Boris isn't here.
That's true. That's right. We don't have to worry about them attacking anyone.
Yeah.
Two of them are already over there.
Yeah, two of them are back, aren't they?
I need steel plates. That's just the reason I did that was so that I didn't have to take all that back. So
let's do a little bit of drilling. Did you have a fly of this little drilling ship, Ace?
Yeah. It was pretty nice.
It's only got half its thrusters on at the moment. Did you try it with full thrust?
No, I just kind of
jumped in and flew it as it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I leave it on working thrust, which even then it's still, I might turn that down because it's still a bit over the top for a driller. Which I've got two of these little drills. I called one of them mine and one of them Boris's, just in case we ever wanted to drill anything. But what actually happens is that when I'm not around, Boris uses both of them. He just uses them in whichever one happens to be closest until he breaks that one and then uses the other.
Yes.
So
that sounds like Boris to me.
It was definitely a good idea to build two. Because he was sometimes using my older, my little Nidd monstrosity, but that I decided to take that out of drilling action because it wasn't really robust enough for a drilling ship in Boris's hands, certainly. Boris isn't here, so I'm gonna. While Boris isn't here, I'm gonna tease him in his absence. I can't do it when he's here. I've got too much respect for him. I can only, and I'm not usually like that either. Usually, I like you, Anubiz. I much prefer to tease you to your face.
That's true. We need lots of these, and I probably need more. What do we need for the those small construction interior? Ah, darn it. Okay, so I do need these. How many of these?
Oh, we can have lights as well now that Boris isn't with us.
Poor Boris.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I would
Yeah.
much rather not have lights and leave the ships to one side and have Boris with us.
Yes, true. But he is taking a much needed
Sleep.
rest,
Mm-hmm.
removing all the toxins from his brain.
Indeed. After that hard living. Something talking about tired Boris's, because we were just at the end of the last episode. You mentioned something about the Roy grab, Boris being tired. So I can't remember what it was, but and it reminded me of a thing that tired Boris said last night, which I thought was worth bringing up again, which was the idea of doing a skyblock type thing, but in Space Engineers. Where you
a skyblock type thing.
Yeah.
Okay. How would that go?
Something where you have very, very limited resources available to you, and over a short period of time, you aim to build something in particular. So it's a sort of, rather than a long-lived world like this one, you just have a short period. Like our first skyblock, we only spent 3 hours in, didn't we? And in that time, we had just a small set of resources to get ourselves going. Then we went.
But an amazing project.
And then, yeah, but an amazing project. And then last night's in YouTube World, last weekend's skyblock exercise lasted for 24 hours, and again limited resources, and we'd all just worked as a team to build a particular project.
Right.
Yeah, and it was good fun. And Boris sort of mentioned at one point that it could work quite well in Space Engineers as well, doing the same sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, well, like the mini games that we've been doing so far have been very PvP kind of oriented, right? Like we did one called Survival Games, where you start off in a world like it's kind of very Hunger Games-esque, where you started off with a centerpiece, and everybody gets raised out of the ground on these pods, like like up into the world, right? And then everybody runs out, and there's like stuff all over the world to scavenge, and you have to kind of get together all the resources and build what you need to try and take out all the last players and be the last one standing. And there was also a final like base to try and take that had defenses on it and stuff like that. But yeah, and then the other one that we've done was Roid Grab, which is similar idea like Last Month, but it was team-based, bigger teams, and one team versus another team as opposed to like a bunch of small teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were very PvP kind of focused. And but yeah, like you're talking more like a build challenge kind of thing where everybody's on one team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could definitely work too. And the nice thing about that is that we could build big and grand, and then knowing that the world's going to die anyway, there's no worry about lag, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the world's just over. You can just use everything and anything to your heart's content, no matter how horrible it might be if you wanted to keep the world around.
Yeah.
That's a neat idea. I like that.
Yeah, we should think about that as a Nidd event. Now, Mia watches all of our videos, so we should ask Mia what Mia thinks.
Yeah, that's true. And how we could do that, right? Because I know they added all that scenario stuff, but that's more like for victory conditions. And this would be just need to be basically we're going to play for X many hours and see if we can build something.
Yeah.
It might be kind of like Boris and I used to do a series a long time ago now. It was actually one of my favorites. And if he was ever interested in doing it again, I would jump on it in a heartbeat. But we called it Weapons of Mass Derpiness.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole, like the goal was always we had to build something that was going to be a weapon that could, that could be huge and grand and do massive damage in a single bound, right, type of an idea. And of course, they always ended up being the most retarded things ever made. But they were hilarious fun, and we had like a time limit. We would get together one morning and we'd just build them. But yeah, we kind of time boxed it to see what we could do. So it's a similar idea, right? But just instead of
very.
it being like a derpy weapon, it could be, you know, Mother Hubbard's shoe. Like,
yeah. That's something. Or something I want to build in Space Engineers is a working fairground carousel. No, not a carousel, like the big wheel type things.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
The vertical one, not the horizontal one. Well, the horizontal one with the horses that go up and down, that'd be quite interesting. You probably have little tiny miniature spaceship-looking things that went up and down instead.
Yes.
Sort of Space Engineers fairground rides.
We could commission Nordic to make all the little spaceships.
Yeah, well, if we were doing a skyblock type thing, you need to mimic the not the grindiness, the harsh starting conditions.
Right.
So you would have everything on sort of minimum inventory and hardest resource gathering. So a 1 by 1 by 1 type setup.
Type setting. Yeah. Interesting.
For a certain amount of time. We couldn't just commission Nordic to make everything. It's like, we're going to sit and watch and tell you what we think. But yeah, if you could just get on and build all the stuff, that'd be great.
That's right. We'll do it all ahead of time, and then we'll just projector it in.
yeah.
So we don't actually want to wait and watch. You know, we want you to have it done and ready, because we'll get bored otherwise.
Yeah, because Space Engineers does sort of help you do things easy, a little over much at times for that sort of thing.
Yeah, it can be. Definitely can be.
The tools are there to make playing Space Engineers quite easy, apart from the multiplayer issues and the lag and all of that.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it would be interesting to do a tough challenge.
So is it time to ask Ace what he's up to?
Yeah, probably.
I am returning to the base. Oh, speaking of space stuff, for Anubiz, since I saw your first episode of Kerbal Space Program.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I have started that as well. I recorded an episode yesterday.
Oh, nice.
So
this is going to have to be a friendly challenge to see who can...
yeah, maybe a little space race.
First, or something like that.
I'm already ahead.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I imagine you'll win just because my time is limited, very much so.
Yeah, and I've played it before.
Oh, yeah, this is the first time I've ever played. I mean, you saw that in that episode.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I've got my waste disposal on. I'm dropping stone balls everywhere.
Yeah, I've been meaning to play Kerbal for a long time, and I just finally made the time for it.
I actually nearly forgot about it until I saw you and Kurt J. Mac playing it.
Oh, yeah. It seems like such a great game, and so far I'm really enjoying it. So
yeah,
I've heard lots about it, but I haven't watched anybody play it, so I'll be watching you two. I shall judge and let you know how I think you're both doing. How's that sound?
That's right. Yeah. If you want to, yeah, exactly. If you want to watch somebody who's already experienced, then don't watch me.
Yeah. I've seen the first half of your episode, but it was just this morning while I was getting up, waking up. I was having a look. I've missed so much, so many YouTube videos over the past few days with stuff going on and things. I was talking to Mia about it. We're both saying about how far we are behind on watching all our things. We don't know what's going on. People have been doing stuff. There's been like a whole 2 days where we haven't watched any videos, and people have been doing stuff and we don't know what. I like YouTube for that, when you're part of a group, being able to watch each other's videos to find out what you've been up to while you're not there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be too much. What else works good with like gray and yellow?
You're asking me? No, you're asking Ace.
I'm asking anybody. Because I just painted these interior lights yellow as well, just to see if that, or not lights, the interior walls. But I don't like that. I think it looks, there's too much yellow now. Need a different color, so. Whoops.
Yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm colorblind. I can't help.
I'm gonna pull up my my special color wheel website here. So I need to know what color this yellow is.
I always think of like color wheels are things that come in shades of autumn and spring and stuff, and people who sell makeup know about color wheels.
Yes, and web designers, obviously.
Oh.
Alright, so if you guys don't like this color, then it's all Adobe Crueller's fault. Which, of course, is my choice, so therefore it's all my fault.
Yeah. There you go. We were talking about you just off camera, weren't we, about how valued it helps you to feel by just knowing that you have a job in life, and that is to make everybody else feel blameless.
That's right. So...
And that's a skill in itself.
Okay, so it recommends one of the colors that it says it might be good is this. It's a purpley color. So let's see how this looks. And okay, we'll take this color. And put this one over here. I'm not sure I like that either, but it also recommends a different one, so I'll put that over here.
And then can I come judge?
Yep, then you can come judge. I'll take 2 colors.
Okay.
And you tell me if you like either of them. You might not like any of them.
Are they... Oh, I should have switched my drills off first, shouldn't I? If they're only shades apart, I wouldn't be able to tell, but if they are...
Oh, they're very different colors.
Okay, right, yeah, cool. Do that. Alright. Oh, looks very great.
I don't know if I like any of them, actually. But you guys let me know. Maybe it's the gray that it's not working with it.
Have I got my lights switched on? There we go. It's an interesting shade of green. And is it the purple over there? The purple, that's the sort of same purple as your suit?
Sort of. My poot. I guess it is kind of like, it's a darker color than my poot.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed. I hit the ground here, it looks like, instead of...
It looks like... You know, like Midas? King Midas, who, when he, everything he touched turned to gold. It's like everything you touch has turned to purple.
Oh, there goes my soapbox.
I think I prefer the green to the purple.
You can say neither, though.
Well, the thing about this green, it's one of those greens that does strange things to my eyes. And I kind of like it when I see colours that do strange things to my eyes. I can't really describe it. It sort of makes my eyes tingle. I'm not sure that it's a good look sort of thing. I don't know that.
Yeah, well, these are the like the triad colors, right? So they're like the yellow, the purple, and the greeny color.
What you mean, like the Chinese mafia?
No, like they're the opposites, right? They're supposedly colors that complement each other, but are purely opposites. And the gray obviously is not in this list. So there are like I can try and find stuff which is more shades of the same thing, like more monochromatic, right?
I don't know. Do you want me to remove that rock there that's sticking out in the corner?
I was thinking about that, but then at the same time I was like, I don't know. Does it
you
look
like it?
cool
Okay.
having rock kind of like coming through? I don't know. But anyhow, how about you guys let us know what you think of any of these colors? Do you like them? Do you hate them? Because this is the end of the episode, and this is the end of the session too, right? So
yeah.
let us know what you think of these colors. If you like one or none or all, or if you have other suggestions, and we will take that into consideration next time.
Cool.
So goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.